Hey there, it's Jenny, and I am back today to share with you how I plan as I go in my Cocoa Daisy Classic Vertical Inserts. These are from the Minimalist collection. They are basically just plain on the beautiful Cocoa Daisy paper with just a few splatters. I'm using this Happy Planner sticker book. I really was intrigued by the color palette. It's called Fresh Botanicals, and then the florals included. As you can see, I pulled the skeleton off of that sheet that I was just looking at. I could not really get like a good gauge of what it was without removing it because having the whole pattern there was super distracting. So I just pulled that skeleton off and then I can see the actual stickers. Now, last week, if you watched, I did something where I put a sticker in one box of each column, which was different. Now this week I wanted to do a similar idea. However, with this book having the big stickers like those that I just put down, it's going to be a little bit different. The first one I used, I cut the words off on the side because I was already going to use these other stickers that have words, and if you have been here for a minute, you know I really don't want to go ahead and use like so many stickers that have words. This already feels like too much having those three. But what else am I going to do? There's a lot of words and a lot of florals in this sticker book, and the dark florals was really what I was going for. I'm using the navy blue date stickers. I wanted to keep in line with, again, the dark florals, like I already said, from this sticker book. Now you can see the stickers are laid out a little bit differently, and I'm a little uncomfortable with this placement, if you want to be honest. Like, it's not my favorite before the pen. But I know that later, once everything is filled in, it won't look awkward like I feel like it does now. You know that always, almost always, use a visual triangle. And so using the visual triangle is something that is important to me to have a good design layout. And having all of these haphazard place stickers feels just so wrong, but I know it'll be okay. All right, so I'm using the little flags turned on their sides, and I'm using them as bullet points. And then this big circle, I'm absolutely in love with it. I love the pattern, and then I just love the way that it fit in that space right there after I trimmed the edge off so that it would sit flush against the edge. I think it turned out spectacular. I really, really like it. I am planning on alternating between using stickers and writing directly on the page with the flags as my bullet points throughout this particular week. When we get to the weekend, I will use some box stickers because I have some activities that have a lot of text, and I absolutely could have just used the flags. That's no problem at all. But this is, I don't know, I just want to shake it up, make the two halves of the layout look a little bit different from one another. I'm also trying to do a good job of spreading out the colors. You can see that there is a color palette for this sticker book. There's like a sage green and a pink and the red, all of that. And I want to just make sure that I am alternating between all of those. I don't want to lean too terribly heavily on one color now that I've got the decorative stickers down. So I did lean more heavily on the dark or navy colored backgrounds for the decorative elements. But then now throughout with the functional, I want to make sure that I am able to just use all of them pretty much equally. I mean, I'm not going to, say for sure that I use each one of them the same, but I am looking forward to using them, pretty equally, as it will. Now, I thought this was fun to use the little flags on their sides as bullets. I wouldn't ordinarily use these as flags, I guess, banners. They're just not really my thing. I mean, they're fine. I find them to be a little bit hard for me to work with. Again, I am thrilled if you're able to work with them because they are very common, so it would be fun to be able to use them. But turned on their sides, they worked just great for me. So that was really fantastic and a great way to be able to use a bunch of these stickers that ordinarily would go unused in my sticker book. I'm using my Canon, or not my Canon selfie, oh my gosh, my Sharpie pen This is a felt tip pen. It's actually very similar to the Papermate Flare, the Ultra Fine. I really have been finding that it is harder for me to write smaller, which I need to do in some of these busy weeks when I use the Papermate Flare. So I've been using the Sharpie pen for quite some time now because of that. It just allows me a lot more flexibility. I did recently pick up the Papermate Flare and start using it a little bit more, and I really do love the feel of using the pen, but like I said, it's difficult to not write absolutely enormous with that pen. And while that doesn't always matter, it does a lot in a lot of these weeks where there's a lot going on, a lot that I want to notate and make sure to keep track of. Now here's where I'm starting to use the boxes that for the other plans that just have more information that I want to include. This is the planner that I use that at the end of the year will sit on my shelf. Like this was the planner for 2022. So I love being able to put as much detail as possible because I want it to be that comprehensive look at the week. So that's why you see my to-dos and all of those things. Now those month stickers, I don't decorate my months. I really never have. And I feel really awkward about the little cutout for the date portion. So I do love to cover those. So in this instance, I used that little circle to cover it. And I think it turned out fine. Again, I don't know that I love it, like just looking at that one element. But I think once all of the elements are finished and it comes together, I think it'll look pretty okay. All right, so now we've got one last day. Now, normally I say this, I've been saying this for the past few weeks. Ordinarily, I do it day by day, but because I am several weeks behind, I'm just sort of back planning, if you will, just to get it finished. And I know a lot of people like to see the entire process come together, and so that's why I'm still doing this, even though I am a little bit behind. But now I'm just going to add a couple of decorative stickers, and then that's it. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thanks so much, and make it a great day.